All right. Hello, everyone. This is the On Your Toes podcast. My name is Peyton Sims. I'm joined today by Bailey Kelham. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good.
Good. So you're a senior on the basketball team, right?
Yes.
That's it, right? Just nothing else going on, just full-on basketball?
Yep, pretty much.
Nice. Like it. That's how I am with baseball, so I get it. So I've got a couple questions here for you. They're pretty easy, nothing too hard-hitting. But first off, your list of accomplishments is pretty long, especially here in your high school career, and including you're committed to Huntington.
Yep.
Why Huntington?
So Huntington was actually a pretty easy decision for me. They kind of came in a little bit later, like this summer, but I've always kind of struggled with the recruiting process and like not really having like a lead on where I wanted to go and whatever. And people always told me, like when you land at your place, like you'll know. And it was kind of like the first time I stepped on campus, I was like, this is where I want to go. I immediately felt like it was home. It's beautiful there. Mm-hmm. And then the coaches are just like incredible. Like Darby, she's new and she's younger. I think she's 25, 26. So she's like at the same time, like she's like a big sister to me, but then also like is that stern coach that, I've been looking for. And it's kind of funny because I always told myself I'll never play for a girl coach. Yeah. And then the first conversation I had with her, I was like, yeah, I want to be coached by her.
It's like, yeah, she knows what she's talking about. Mm-hmm. It's very, when it, like, I kind of have the same feel because, like, I've gone on visits for baseball to, like, a bunch of JUCOs, and it's like, when you get there, it's kind of like, this is, like, it's small, it's nice, it's kind of homey.
It's either
like,
a yes or a no.
Yeah, it's like right away. If you know, but yeah. So my next one, you've played in some pretty big games, like played in semi-state games, Indiana All-Star games. Like, what are those games like to play in?
They're definitely like full of experiences. Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to take it with, I don't know, just the kind of person that you are. Like, you either rise up to the occasion or kind of like, sometimes like whether it's an all-star game or like a showcase type thing, I'm kind of more of the reserve player that kind of falls back in a sense. But like the semi-state game's different because, I'm used to the girls and like that team, it's kind of like I can feel like it's my team in a sense. Yeah,
you're not just thrown together with a bunch of people you've never played with before.
Yeah, like it's definitely kind of, I don't know, you get different flavors with different, but I mean, all of them are like incredible experiences and always like awesome to just be a part of. Yeah. How
are they all like showcase wise? Are they normally in Indiana? Yeah.
I've never really gone to, because I'm not really like a big showcase type person. Like that's never really been my thing. Like I'll go to the workouts, but I'll be like, Mom, like. Yeah. But they've all been in like Indy or areas like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, Indiana basketball's huge. Like I'd assume they'd have a bunch of showcases like every weekend or so. But like with baseball, it's like I think I've had one in South Bend, and that was the closest one that I've had.
Really?
I think there was another one in Chicago that I went to, and then. With the summer team, I went to Cleveland for a week. I think it was like a week and a half, and I was like...
I think that's kind of how Graham was. Like, he didn't really have much of, like, showcases
Graham was... he was crazy. Because I talked, like, he was a shortstop. I was second baseman. It's kind of like... we were not forced to be together, but it was like...
buddies.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, I can remember a game, like, there was a Heritage game where, like, we were trying to turn double play, and he threw the ball hard, and it was like, he threw it at me from, like... He didn't know how far away it was.
I feel like I was there, and it hit, like, the top of your glove or something.
Yeah. Like, I remember we got in the dugout, and Filosa, the pitching coach, walks by, and he's like, hey, Peyton, what the velo gun say on that? Flipped a second, and I was like, oh, it was at least 95, and we just started laughing. Like, Graham was, he'll be missed, definitely, this year. So, kind of going along, kind of playing in big games. You've also played in, like, big places, like, not necessarily, like, big capacity-wise, but, like, Hoosier Gym, like, playing in historic places. So, like, what are those, what's it like playing in those kind of places?
It's super cool because, not everyone gets those types of experiences. So, like, the fact that basketball has, like, allowed me, I mean, that's, like, a legit movie set. Yeah. Like, that's, like, pretty crazy. It's something I've always, like, grown up, like, watching, like, that movie. So, the fact that, like, it's, like, a legit, you see those things, you're like, that's not, like, a real place. Yeah. And then next thing you know, you're playing in it. Yeah. Like, it's super cool. And just the fact that, like, basketball's allowed me to like travel to different settings and like see a whole bunch of different like stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah. Would you say that's like the coolest place you've played in?
Yeah, because most of the places that we play are just usually like different types of gyms. Yeah. I definitely played in some strange places, but
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I've played in places like that where it's like they're just like
he's
off
like,
the
why
side of
is
the highway.
this? Yeah, why is this even? I think one time I played in like, we literally had to go to like the back of like a parking garage type thing, and then it
Really?
was like a little like preschool type gym. Like it was so
Really, man. I think the weirdest place I played at, it was somewhere over in Cleveland. It was called like the Boneyard, the Pipe Yard. That's what it was, and it was in the middle of nowhere, like because it was a Cleveland tournament, but we had to drive like 2 hours out of Cleveland, and it was like why? Like we've got like there are all these nice kind of fields just right here, even if it's a high school field. But like we got to this one, and it was like middle of nowhere, but it was like a pretty nice field. Like it was like dirt was nice. Like I don't really know how else to put it, but like yeah, it was like it's a field. It'll work. But yeah. So my next one, this question is the one that I ask everyone. I've gotten some pretty good answers from it. In your opinion, who's the greatest athlete of all time?
Oh gosh. Greatest athlete of all me. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good answer. There you go.
That's so like broad.
Yeah. I know Gator said Vince Carter.
Okay.
Jack said like one of the two sport athletes that played like football and baseball. I think he said Deion Sanders was one of them.
You know, so I feel like the most obvious one would you have to be like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But did you ever watch the film like The Last Dance?
Yeah.
See,
the documentary series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, I think watching that, like you realize about like how great of a player like Michael Jordan actually was.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he was someone who, like you asked his teammates and he was like, oh, well, he was such a pain in the butt, but he was like the person that was going to get it out of you. And to me, like the greatest athlete is more than just like a player of the game.
Yeah, it's not just who's going to score the most points and get the most assists. It's who's going to like help the team win the most.
Yeah, and hold the team accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, all that. So probably him.
Yeah.
And I like, what's his face? Yeah, we'll just say him.
Him. Did he play basketball?
Yep.
What team? Do you know?
Oh my gosh.
Was it recent or was it like a long time ago?
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, he was
Dennis
good.
Rodman.
Yeah, he was.
He was just a player that always put it out on the floor.
Yeah, he was crazy. Like,
yeah.
I love seeing the pictures of him with like the just like
green hair,
and
pink
crap
hair.
like that.
Yeah.
It's like what is going on? Like,
yeah. He's
who
just
did
different.
this? Like what? Like did you go in the barber shop and just be like, do whatever you want?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I mean,
literally.
I guess that's what he was
Works
going
for
for.
him.
Yeah, exactly. So, my last one. This is your senior season. Come down to an end. Senior night was just about a week ago, right? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And sectional start, is it 2 weeks? Next week?
Tomorrow?
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I have it written down here, but I wrote these like a week ago. So, yeah, that makes sense. That's right. So, from your high school career, what's been your favorite memory? Whether it's Garrett or travel team or whoever.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so travel ball, definitely like hotel memories. Like just being like, whether it's a pizza party or just hanging out in like the room with the girls and getting like close to all of them. In high school would probably just be like all the times that we went out to eat together.
Yeah.
Like for like whether it was like the sectional dinner or like the regionals or like semi-state. Like I was super close with Faith.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we'd always do like food reviews and like stuff like wherever we went to dinner. And that's something that's like, I don't know, it's always going to stick with me.
Yeah. I like team dinners a lot. Like there'll be times when we're just on a bus ride back from baseball and just be like, you want to go to B-dubs or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and then everyone else kind of just hops in. It's like everyone ends up going to B-dubs after a game for no reason.
I feel like the times when you get like the actual like close with your team and like is when you're like outside of.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like yeah, when you take in because you can actually like bond over like stuff that's not just. We're like, miserable today.
Yeah,
happy
exactly.
Tomorrow. Like
yeah, and it's like when you're at practice or a game, it's kind of like a business thing. Like it's
yeah.
like you're not gonna sit there and mess around. Like you can sit and have a conversation, but it's not like you can just sit there for an hour and just mess around.
Kind
of
talk
like
about
that.
whatever.
Yeah, like you can't have 15 boneless wings during practice.
Yeah.
But like I've definitely done that in the past where it's just like been on the way back from a game. I remember one time last year where it was like, who said? I think it was Kale said it. Kale was just like, "You guys want to go to B-dubs?" And he was like, "It's BOGOs." And so like how many kids went? I think 20 of us went.
Oh,
and
wow.
We were like,
That's a lot.
it was like we had like the whole place, and it was just like, I guess. And then yeah, so that kind of went along with that. So yeah, but that's all the questions I have. If you have any questions for me or anything like that, or anything you just want to throw in, then feel free, go for it.
So you did a pretty good job.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy. Just get to sit here and talk. Like,
ask questions.
Yeah, exactly. I have fun doing it. So
it's definitely a lot easier than the camera on you.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I'm sat here looking at the screen. It's like it's just a black screen. Like just get to watch the bars go back and forth as we're talking to make sure everything's recording. It's like there's really nothing too hard about it. But yeah, that's all I've got. So
okay.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you. Yep.
Yeah, thank
all right.
you.
Bye. See ya.